can your boss reject your MC? Or can you have an MC for your medical appointment? Well, you see, before 2019, they actually can reject. Watch this video today so you eventually know how to how game professionally. So, before anything, you need to know what an MC is, because trust me, you don't really know it that well. MC stands for Medical Certificate and is merely a document issued by a healthcare professional certifying that a person is medically unfit for work or school for a stated period. Therefore, an MC does not automatically mean paid leave in every situation. After all, remember, the MC just certifies that you are unfit for work. Whether the absence must be treated as paid sick leave depends on some requirements. So, what are the requirements? Firstly, you must be covered by the Employment Act. Second, you must have worked for your employer for at least 3 months. Yeah, technically speaking, if you take MC when you are new, the company can choose not to pay you one. And thirdly, you must inform, or at least try to inform, your employer of your absence within 48 hours. You should then submit the MC when you return to work. Your MC entitlement is gradually increased during your first 6 months. After completing 3 months of service, you are entitled to 5 days of paid outpatient sick leave. After 4 months, this increased to 8 outpatient days. After 5 months, it becomes 11 outpatient days. Once you have completed 6 months, you receive the full statutory entitlement of 14 days of paid outpatient sick leave each year. Anyways, probation does not change this rule. Even if your company's probation period is 6 months, you become entitled to the statutory paid sick leave once you completed 3 months of service and meet the other conditions. Of course, the Employment Act sets the minimum entitlements. Employers are free to provide more paid sick leave if they want to. Now, here's the thing, before 2019, bosses can reject your MC. Before anything, note that when I say your boss rejects your MC, I mean the company does not recognize it for paid sick leave. So you may not be paid for that day. I'm not referring to whether the company reimburses your medical bills because that's a separate matter. You see, before 1st April 2019, employers were generally required to recognize MCs only if they were issued by government doctors and dentists, or doctors and dentists approved by the company. That meant a company could require its employees to visit a particular panel clinic to qualify for statutory paid sick leave. However, the Employment Act was changed from 1st April 2019. Since then, employers have been required to recognize MCs issued by any doctor registered under the Medical Registration Act or any dentist registered under the Dental Registration Act for the purpose of granting paid sick leave. This means your employer cannot refuse a valid MC merely because you visited a private clinic near your home instead of the company's parent clinic. So, does that mean that your bosses cannot reject your MC now? Well, yes. If you are covered under the Employment Act, have completed the required service period, inform your employer within 48 hours, still have sick leave entitlement remaining, and have a valid MC from the registered doctor or dentist certifying that you are unfit for work, your employer must grant the statutory sick leave. As mentioned, the company cannot reject it simply because the clinic is not on its approved panel. This rule also applies regardless of whether the MC concerns a physical or mental health condition. However, accepting the MC and reimbursing the medical bills are two different matters. Your employer may have to recognize your non-panel clinic's MC and grant paid sick leave, but it does not necessarily have to pay the clinic's consultation fee. But here's the thing, there's one type of MC that your boss can indeed reject. Remember I said earlier that employers have been required to recognize MCs issued by any doctor registered under the Medical Registration Act or any dentist registered under the Dental Registration Act for the purpose of granting paid sick leave? Well, here's the thing. TCM practitioners are registered under the Traditional Chinese Medicine Practitioner Act, not as doctors under the Medical Registration Act. As a result, employers are not legally required under the Employment Act to grant paid sick leave based on the TCM practitioner's MC, unless the TCM practitioner is also a Medical Registration Act registered doctor lah. A company may choose to recognize TCM MCs under its employment contract or internal policy, but note that is generally at the employer's discretion. But of course, they can still accept it if they want to lah. Now, let's move on to a burning question. Can you take MC for a medical appointment, or do you have to apply leave or off? If you are looking to advertise your business in this channel, we can help you. There are guaranteed views and many big brands have trusted us. Just click on the link in the description. Technically speaking, yes, you can take MC for it, but only when the registered doctor or dentist issues an MC. MON states that if an employee attends a medical appointment and receives an MC from a doctor registered under the Medical Registration Act or a dentist registered under the Dental Registration Act, the employee is entitled to paid sick leave. provided that the usual eligibility conditions are met. However, merely having a medical appointment does not automatically entitle you to an MC. Remember, doctors issue MCs when a patient is unwell or unfit for work. For example, a person attending a specialist appointment may receive an MC if the doctors consider it medically appropriate. But if the doctor provides only an appointment card, attendance memo, or a thumb check, that is not necessarily the same as an MC certifying that you are unfit for work. Nevertheless, MOM encourages employers to be flexible and supportive by giving paid time off for necessary medical appointments. Employees are also encouraged to inform their supervisors as early as possible. Now, here's another burning question. Are there any rules requiring us to use our annual leave within the year, or can we carry it forward? Watch this because you likely did not know about these rules. Also, if you want to advertise with us, even as a standalone video, do contact us. Our website is in the description, or you can scan this QR code. Thank you for spending almost 6 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.